Good morning, trip number 3 of 2019. Not ideal conditions for sure. It rained all night long and it's cold. It was about 35 degrees when I left home. But we're going to see if we can do something today. I've got an approach in mind, and I'll tell you more about that after I get the boat unloaded and all that. My wife says I'm crazy for coming out fishing and this stuff, but it's March. It's time to fish. Let's go. Alright, so I just paddled for about 10 minutes and was telling you guys a nice long story about my kayak and the baits I had tied on and what my game plan was today. And then I looked back there at the GoPro and it wasn't on. It looks like my battery was dead, even though I'm 99% sure I charged it up yesterday to 100% before I put it in the camera. Nevertheless, I'm going out here today and I'm going to throw a Ned rig, because there was a day about this time last year, maybe wasn't this early, where I had pretty good luck doing that. I don't know, I caught half a dozen or so fish, and I'm going to see if I can repeat that today. The water temperature on my fish finder right now is showing 43 degrees, which is about 3 or 4 degrees cooler than it was last weekend, which doesn't surprise me because the weather has been pretty cold the past week. Even had a little snow on one day, but not the direction we're hoping to be trending here, folks. But I'm going to throw a Ned rig, and I've got it tied on a spinning combo, and I'm throwing the TRD, but it's the larger one. I forget the name of it, but I will put it in the description down below. And I also have it rigged on that newer Z-Man Ned rig hook. Looks like a really small extra wide gap hook, but it's got a weight on the keel as well as a little jig head on it, and they say it's designed for Ned rigs. So I'm going to try that. I got a little bit of concern that I'm going to have hook set issues with it, with the soft tip I got on this spinning rod and that hook being buried in the plastic, but we'll see. I'll be pleased to have such a problem today if I get bit enough to miss hook sets. We are here, or relatively close. Let me get everything all set up. Here's that little rig I was trying to tell you about. See if I can do something with it. This water being so cold, I'm trying to be patient and let this Ned rig just sit there for a while. See if something will come pick it up. That is an hour with the Ned rig with no bites. So I'm going to move on to something else, and I think that something else is going to be the lipless crankbait. Hey, got a fishy, feel like a pretty good one. It's a bass too. He's pale and cold looking. Ooh, let's get you up in here. Where you been? Where you been all day? An hour and 7 minutes into this journey. I'm glad to see you though. Let me find my pliers. Go. pretty fish, probably a pound and a half. He definitely wearing the lipstick. Can you see that? They say that indicates that they've been feeding on the bottom. I'm gonna get a length on them real quick. $13. Let you go. That's a fish. That is a fishy. A small pale fish. It has no bite in it. Got a fish. A nice one. Oh, look at that. That is a pleasant surprise. And you ate that crankbait. You see that? Wish my other camera was on. Turned into a pretty good day. There. Now we're going to get this hook out. Wasn't too bad. It's a nice fish. Get a length on him. $15.5 incher. Well, thank you for coming along today. I hope you enjoyed those few catches. I enjoyed them. I put in a lot of work for them. Froze my toes off and fished pretty hard, but it was the red eye shad for the win, and the color I believe was chili craw, and I believe that one is a half ouncer. I'm not sure, but it is one of my go-to baits for this time of year. Did me pretty good today. Didn't do anything on the Ned rig, but we'll keep trying. Man, the water can only get warmer from here. I was a bit disappointed about how cold it was, colder than last weekend. I'm not going to be able to fish this lake for at least a few weeks. I'm going to be heading down south here pretty soon to fish with a buddy of mine, where the water temperature is supposed to be up in the 50s, and I'm looking forward to that. He thinks he might be able to put me on a big one, and we'll see if we can do that. I'll make sure I take the camera along. Thanks